The crocodile that once lingered in the shadows suddenly slips away. Perhaps this tiny pool no longer holds a future for it. The mother has made up her mind. This isn't the sweet-scented fawn she once came with, but the fawn knows better. The little impala doesn't give up easily. Soon the mud will fade away, and her mother will welcome her once more. The crocodile emerges again, cloaked in fresh red earth. She plunges her head into the mud, thrashing it side to side with raw power. At first, her strange behavior seems a mystery, but then the secret is revealed. Her muddy jaws open softly, releasing tiny, newly hatched babies she has carried all the way from her nest on the riverbank. Now it's clear why she stayed in this pool for so long. She would never abandon her young. She is their only protector. But trapped between ruthless predators and the thick, clinging mud, the little crocodiles stand no chance. Within an hour, every one of them will be gone. Back in the main pool, crocodiles surge and roll over yet another carcass. Once again, the hippos drift into the chaos. There's nothing here for them to feed on, and yet, something keeps drawing them in. With jaws locked tight around the carcass, a crocodile twists and spins until a chunk tears free. The hippos, oddly calm, drift closer, occasionally nudging the spinning crocs, as if curious rather than threatened. No one truly knows why they come to witness these gruesome feasts. For 9 long months, barely a drop of rain has fallen, and now every creature must risk death just for a sip of water.
Whoa!
The hippo's calm is shattered by the violent arrival of the crocodile's latest victim. For this one, there will be no lucky escape. The baby hippo is trapped deep among the crocodiles, perilously close to the impala carcass, and the biggest predators in the pool. Then the mother does something unexpected. Stirring herself, she moves in to investigate, and shockingly, pushes her calf even closer, almost onto the impala itself, before slowly backing away, leaving her baby caught between the jaws of death and the crocodile's feast. The mother's presence alone is enough to keep her calf safe, though the little one still seems unsure. But she knows they wouldn't dare, and so she drifts back into the peaceful slumber reserved only for the strong. The pool has grown so perilous that most animals now choose to drink from the smaller pits nearby. But when so many are desperate for water, a fierce and chaotic comedy of survival unfolds. Large male baboons arrive and start digging into the dry pits, greedily drinking every drop of water that seeps through the sand. They can intimidate most animals with their size and aggression, but sharp horns hold the true advantage. Reluctantly, the baboon backs down. Competition at the pits is brutal. Those unable to stand up to a dominant baboon have no choice but to risk the deadly pool instead. A nursing mother must have water, yet every sip comes with a terrible risk. The mother breaks free at last, but the baboons cry out in alarm, for another crocodile has her baby. The crocodile will lose its prize to the others unless it retreats from the pool. But the moment it moves, a massive baboon is waiting. The crocodile drops the baby, but the daring rescue comes too late. The drought drags on, now the worst anyone can remember. The pool has shrunk to a muddy wallow, and many hippos have departed, embarking on a final desperate quest for water. But for the growing crowd of animals, their only hope of survival lies here. For the plovers, no eggs have endured these harsh and chaotic conditions. Every day, a gathering of desperate animals congregates around the shrinking pool. These baboons, rarely peaceful, escalate their aggression to new extremes. Even mothers with tiny babies are not spared from their brutal bullying. Baboons continue to dominate the pits, but a yellow-furred female, driven by thirst, is ready to fight for every drop of water. Each day now, a few baboons appear with blood-stained hands. Their victims are impala fawns, some orphans of the relentless drought, others merely lost and alone, trusting and completely defenseless. For a strong male baboon, they are easy prey. Unaware of her offspring's fate, the mother moves up and down the pool, calling out in vain. A hungry warthog digs through the mud for the choicest pieces of rotting catfish, while a heedless kudu drinks straight from the muddy pool, ignoring the lurking crocodiles. The baboon doesn't keep his kill to himself for long, yet the struggle seems less about the carcass itself and more about proving male dominance. Meanwhile, the warthog spots a tempting opportunity. She's a bit slow, however, and no match for a real baboon. As their pool dries up around them, the hippos and crocodiles lie stranded in the mud, like creatures molded from clay, half-formed, waiting for their creator to complete them. A baboon risks everything on a thin crust of mud, searching for puddles on the surface, while all around her lie more than 100 crocodiles, blending seamlessly with the mud. The mother is brave, but the life-and-death struggle is between these two. If baboons have nightmares, this must surely be one of them. Torn between fear and the urge to help, the mother finds herself unable to summon any support. She has escaped, her legs caked in mud, her face sore, and perhaps carrying a haunting memory. Right now, she could use some hands-on grooming, but there's no one around to help.